Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. I've had no sightings of any kind yet. No signs of anybody. If this Toyota would just move forward just a little bit, I could sneak in. Okay. And I don't see anybody here. Oh, I do see somebody. Hi, somebody. I still don't know what this building is. I think it's Sage Chapel. Let's take a quick look. We are without a lot of time. Well, first let me give you a quick look with this camera. Come on, wire. Right up here. I think it's Big Red, but I'm not sure. Okay. And then let's switch cameras. Give me a moment. Oops. I'm getting there, I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Oh, I'm not sure. Not quite so pronounced a belly band. Cute. I'm not sure. Oops. Let's see if we can get a closer look here. Is this Arthur? I think it is. Hi, Arthur. Now, so this is Arthur, and I believe this is Sage Chapel, I believe. Yeah, that looks like Arthur. Hi, baby. Cute. Good to see you. We have very little time to spend here on the campus. I'd like to get to Sapsucker before it gets too dark for a number of reasons. Also, we'd like to see, of course, and also, last week anyway, the geese seemed to arrive early, and I wouldn't mind seeing them arrive if they are going to arrive. Getting a little bit of heat shimmer. Could be from just the heat from my car. He's kind of sort of backlit, but this is not a bad look really overall. There's a hawk up on top of Sage Chapel. It's a red-tailed hawk. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's sick.
I think they thought I was crazy or something. They're not wrong, I do have my reasons for doing this. Okay, we're only going to look at him for a little bit more time, and then we're going to move on and see if we can find Big Red. lighten it up because his face is in shadow. And yeah, I can only look around so much from here, but I don't see anybody else. Oops, sorry. All right, we're gonna move on. He is beautiful. Oops. Okay, so let's move on now. Now someone is taking a photo of Sage Hall, but I think it was just because it's Sage Hall rather than having a hawk up there or something. And I don't see anybody up there, although at the top of that spire, you know, you can't see all sides, you know, from any one angle. So it could be that, you know, for instance, there could be a hawk up there on the other side and we wouldn't be able to see. Although I don't see anybody up there. Come on up there, hurry up. Let's go. We're in a hurry. You know what? I'm going to go straight ahead. I was going to take a left here. I think I'm going to go straight ahead. What is the holdup? We're going to miss the light. Thanks. Anyway, had an unremarkable ride here. The only problem was that it was slow traffic. Was behind a tractor trailer most of the way, which actually did all right. It was moving along, but then it got, you know, it caught up to a very slow couple of cars, and on that two-lane road, the tractor trailer was not about to pass the slow cars. Come on, let's go, let's go. All right. Now, last week we were lucky enough to see both Big Red and Arthur. How about this week? I have no idea. You never know. I do hear a chipmunk. Makes me wonder. Could be because just, you know, people, or some other reason, but I was going to go straight ahead there, but because of that chipmunk, I took a left. Beautiful day here on the campus. I mean, if you were here just to visit the campus, it's obviously gorgeous. It's sunny. You've got some color in some of the various trees here and there, and you know, it's not too cold. It's 55 degrees, so you know, all you would need is a light jacket. I hear a chipmunk sounds like it's ahead. I don't know. I think they're, I don't know. We'll look around in some of these parts here a bit, and if not, if we don't find anybody, we'll return. Of course, Big Red could be anywhere. We have only, like I said, it's only so much time to look around here, so hopefully we see her. If not, well, maybe we'll miss her this week. I don't know. But I think I just saw a mockingbird. Look at this dog. What a cute dog. Hi, dog. Cute. It looks like they've at least partially finished some of the construction that was going on here. I don't know exactly what they're doing. Finished. Oops. Just heard what sounded like a robin. I think I saw it too, or at least I saw a robin on top of Furno Hall. It took off. Last week's clouds made things easier here on the campus. When you drive around and the sun's in your eyes, it can be difficult. I think we'll might as well take a right here. Just drive through. I don't believe she's in here, but she might be. And repeated chipmunk calls. Mr. Chipmunk, is my friend here, Big Red? She is. I don't see her. I think all we can afford is a few more minutes to look, and then we've got to start making our way towards Sapsucker Woods. Glad we saw Arthur. I'd like to see Big Red. Big Red, where are you? I can get through there, but there's just a lot of people there. I'd rather not bother trying just yet. the leaves are all off the trees and we're looking at a lot of bare branches. And, you know, means winter, of course, and oh, that's terrible. But it also means very often, not always, very often, it's easier to see the birds. So don't complain. We're going to start making our way towards Sapsucker, and I think we might just be missing Big Red this week. Wherever you are, honey, say hello. Or I say hello. Hi. For all I know, we've driven by her 2 or 3 times. Saw a gull fly over the road, and I saw another gulls were left on the lamppost. Colgate football. I wonder if they've already had the game, or are they going to have the game? I'm guessing they're going to have the game. I think what we'll do is we'll go into the Sage Hall area one more time, just in case she has come along there. Or, you know, maybe we'll just drive by. I want to get to Sapsucker quickly if we can. Okay, I'll go. Just gonna wait. I'll go. It looks like, oh, it looks like Arthur has left where he was. I don't see him any longer. The parts of Sage Hall I can see. I don't see anybody up there, so I'm glad that I didn't go in there for nothing. Well, I'm sorry I'm not bringing Big Red to your views today, but Hold on a second. Let's see, maybe we have information coming to us about whereabouts. Hold on, let me just check my phone. I didn't see him. Well, maybe I missed him. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. We're going to Sapsucker. So Arthur is supposedly still there. Maybe I looked at the wrong spire or whatever, but it looked like he had gone. Regardless, we need to move along and make our way to Sapsucker Woods. That's pretty overlooking BB Lake. I don't know if you saw it or not. The expansion here of North Campus residential areas. I was thinking, I knew I thought they had a sign posted, but it's not going to be something like, okay, it'll be ready in the spring. Those kind of buildings take a while to build. There was apparently seen, and I'm not sure where, a red-throated loon came through on the reports for somewhere on North Campus. I have no idea where on North Campus and if I have access or not. I would love to see a red-throated loon. Should have looked at the map more carefully. Somehow got the feeling it wasn't too far from here, but I don't know how far Cornell's property, and I believe it was on Cornell property. I don't know how far it extends. Maybe if we had had more time, I would stop, take a look at a map, and see if we could find our way there. But once we arrive at Sapsucker, I'll need a few minutes, of course. Let's 55, which isn't freezing, but I'll need to bundle up a little bit. You know, 55 degrees seems, you know, mild and everything, but if you're outside and you're walking either slowly or occasionally stopping for extended periods of time, it can get cold very quickly. Sorry, should have put some music on. Some host I am. I didn't even offer you anything to drink. All I have is water, but... Something, probably crows flying over the road. There were two of them. I don't see them now. I see two more now. Two more crows. Make it, well, okay. I've seen at least three. But I believe I saw two fly and then two fly again, so I think at least 4 crows. I'd say that they're in sapsucker. There's part of the woods there. Listen as we drive in. Get this thing in the back seat. There we go. Quiet. You don't hear much. Oh, I just heard Robin. Hi, Robin. Just heard it again. It wasn't singing. It was, I don't know what the vocalization is, but I hear them often enough. On top of, just heard it again, and maybe another robin. That may have been the on top of Kip's barn, Lynn's barn. I just saw a starling, I believe. would try to duplicate that robin sound in case you missed it, but I don't think I can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. At least 11 more starlings. Oh, blue jay just flew across the road. Sun is in my eyes. Okay, it's getting, I mean, sure, there's sun in my eyes, and it's still light. Let me take just this camera that you're looking through at the moment. Okay. I believe we have some I've seen a mourning dove, and I think I'm hearing a robin. Yes. I'll give you a quick look at the robin, even though I'm not ready to get going here yet. And just on the blue jay. The robin's up here. Hi, robin. Good to see you. And I believe there are red-winged blackbirds around. See? And I need to continue getting ready. Oh, almost forgot something. Almost forgot something. I'll get it in a minute. I can't get it from here. Almost forgot. Oh, go and do that. As I said, if you think this is, if you're expecting a professional broadcast, you've come to the wrong place. I see a couple more red-winged blackbirds. Okay. I think that's everything I need. I'm just, oh! Is that okay, mourning dove, okay. Guy on a bicycle frightened me. I thought it might have been something else for a second. I'm getting there, I'm getting there. So, everybody, welcome to Sapsucker Woods. Oops, I'm gonna do that. Let's take a walk. You know, I do it's Hearing blue jays up ahead. Hearing I think a jet behind me. Good to see that robin that we saw. Now, seeing if they stayed here or if they, came from further north. I think I see. What do I see? What is it? Is it a titmouse? Might have been. I hear Canada geese. Oh, is that what I think it is? Hey, it's a kinglet. Is it a ruby-crowned kinglet? I don't know. I think it was. Oh, I see it. See it. Oh. I hear something else. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what it is. It's like a deeper chip note. I've got birds flying around. I don't think I can show them to you because of the lighting. Sometimes you can't, you won't be able to identify perfectly a bird because that individual bird may have an issue with its own vocalizations where they're a little different for some reason from the usual. I've seen that with red-winged blackbirds. I've seen it with a robin or two. I've seen it, with various birds. I did see a woodpecker a moment ago. I'm not sure what it was. It may have been a... Hold on a second. Oh, missed it. We'll get to the geese, don't worry. Okay, I'm hearing a black-capped chickadee. But I'm looking for something else right now. Oh, I just saw it. And then dove to the ground. Can't see it now. Let's see it now. Looking elsewhere now. Okay, no one wants to cooperate. Okay, anyway, we have geese, Canada geese, here. I wonder if they're an early arrival, and maybe we're too late to see anybody arrive. That's possible. I mean, it's not that late. We don't have that much time to get around, but we're not here just to see geese. I get to see anything and everything that might be around. Just heard another robin. Let me take a quick look with binoculars. A couple more geese well into the distance, on the other side of the berm. Okay, I think we'll get to the trails. There are birds around. I'm not getting a good look for you at any of them. Sorry. But sometimes that's the way it works. let's go. I believe that was red-winged blackbird we just heard. I think so, anyway. I believe that was northern flicker. I don't believe that was... I don't believe... I may be wrong, but I don't believe that was affiliated. Northern flicker is a kind of woodpecker. Pileated is a kind of woodpecker. I'm hearing a white-breasted nuthatch. Don't know where it is. Babette, babette, babette. I'm also hearing other high-pitched vocalizations. There may be... Okay, I think that what we're hearing now is, I believe, tufted titmouse. And that was a mallard I just heard. Remember last week I showed you some of the trees that were really being eaten by the beavers. This one has fallen, and I believe it was upright last week, if I remember right. And there's another one that's fallen over. Now that may not be because of continued work by the beavers, but maybe the wind or something like that. There was some, I don't know if we had windy weather here, but I know my area did have some, so. Well, I would guess that the lab is aware. I don't know. And I don't know if they would do anything about it, and I don't know if they can do anything about it outside of, actually trapping or doing something to the beavers. We looked at the outflow last week, and it was quiet there. And I don't know if that was because of water levels or if that's because of the beavers' work. I really don't know. So we'll see how dark things are here in the woods. They're probably going to be fairly dark yet. I mean, you can see still a lot of green. It's not all, golds and yellows and reds. Although we've got pine needles and leaves here covering the trail pretty well. So I mean, a lot of leaves have fallen. But we still have significant cover overhead. But see, like I said, the days are getting shorter, but here in the woods, for a short period of time, they'll kind of be getting longer because the leaves will thin out and more light will be reaching the ground. So in a way, it's like they're getting longer because, in the middle of summer, let's say, it gets dark here relative to the actual sunset. It gets dark early. But now that differential will be shrinking. I mean, it'll still get dark earlier, But with the leaves, the time when it gets dark here in the woods will actually be moved a little bit later as leaves fall. I'm hearing geese. I don't know if they're geese on the pond or geese coming in. Still here in the woods, there's a sweet aroma of the fallen leaves. I used to notice it as a child walking to school. Years ago, and I never really came to appreciate it until years later, much later. Fact is, over my lifetime, my scholastic lifetime, I did a lot of walking to school, and things are different in this day and age. I know almost everyone takes the bus, or their parents give them a ride. And I'm not saying everybody. I don't know what percentage, but it seems like it's a higher percentage getting rides than walking anymore. And I can understand why. I think I'm hearing a red-bellied woodpecker in the distance. Anyway, if you're walking to and from school, it gives you a chance to think. You don't have your eyes glued to a TV set. You're not yet working on your homework. Maybe you're thinking about your homework or your day's studies, but it just gives you a chance to think, and hopefully you look around and just observe things. Don't get me wrong. If it was a day where it was really raining and cold, sometimes that could be kind of miserable, but another chipmunk. I've seen a few chipmunks today, at least a couple, and a squirrel or two. Maybe you look at the buildings I hear geese definitely coming in, or at least overhead anyway. I don't know if I'll be able to get a look at them or not. Maybe not. The trees are blocking my view. Let's keep moving. Doesn't sound like that many, but I wonder if I'm too late again. Again, it seems a little early. Anyway, I remember used to, you walk along, you see, you think about everything, whether you're the various features on sidewalks, including drains and access panels and stuff like that, to the various homes, the buildings that you pass. You look at them, you see their architecture, all that. Think about what went on in school that day. Now too often, children get rides, they're given up something to drink. It's like they have to be entertained at all times, rather than take some time, look around, and see what's going on. Half of them even at a young age, have their noses in their phones. I do hear people up ahead. And look, I'm not saying, oh, everyone should look around and observe nature. No, that's not for everybody. But I think everyone should just be observant, look around. Anyway, there are people up ahead somewhere, I'm not sure where. Hopefully they won't ruin everything in terms of geese or whatever that might come around. I think they're at the Sherwood platform, if I had to guess. I can't see them from here. Anyway, let's take a quick look at things. I'm looking with binoculars right now. I don't see anything. These kids are loud. Okay, let's keep moving. Yeah. It's not a park, it's a sanctuary. I think we might just skip the Sherwood platform. Not only will it save us time, although we might see something, but with everybody out there. Hold on, what did I see? Oh, is that a chipmunk? Yes, okay. Never mind. If we're lucky, the people are going in the opposite direction. Actually, there are quite a few people, so maybe we will skip the platform. Lesson B. I'd like to go out there, you never know. There could be a heron in the distance or something. Not sure what I'm hearing. A couple different birds, I think. Hear a nuthatch again. I think I just heard a hairy woodpecker. So we've seen or heard. Oh, is that a catbird? Are they catbirds? Hold on. No, robins. That's a robin anyway. And there was a second bird. I'm guessing another robin. I believe there were three. But and here's, sorry. Don't worry about it. Robin on the trail. As you know, or at least as I said, I adore them. Still on the trail. And I don't know who's Oh, let's see it. Hold on, let me get the binoculars. Maybe I'll get a look. Shoot. I lost sight of it. I think it's a sparrow of some sort. And the robin just came in. We've actually, here in this area, this specific area, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 geese in the air. I don't know if they just came in or if they took off from the pond. Oh, sorry, robin. A couple of them on the trails, 2 of them, and there was another one that just took off. Anyway, this general area, maybe it's just by coincidence or luck or whatever, but if we see them in robins in like the the colder months, it's around here. I think that people are coming this way, so I wonder if they only did a change direction and coming back. I don't know. Anyway, that vocalization I'm hearing now, not the geese, I believe maybe a chip note of a cardinal, but I'm not positive. It sounds like one anyway. Well, the outflow is noisier than it was last week. Oh, something has changed. I'll show you. I don't know if anything else has been cleared away, but that was not there, or at least not visible last week. So while we're standing here, I'll look around. I think I hear a goose coming in. Maybe this one, I don't know. I don't see it, but I hear it in the air. It sounds like it's in the air. Hard to tell with this thing, though. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. It sounded like it was coming in, but I may be wrong. I'm going to step a little ways away from it. Did I just hear a wood duck, maybe? all the birds around, but be quiet or else they won't come, okay? So you can't be screaming and everything. Okay? Thank you. Stay away from that, please. Hello. Hello. This is a good place to see the geese come in. They often come in at night at this time of year. There are already some out on the pond now, and some just flew over. They may come back. Take care. That's what I wanted, or left, rather than arriving. At least the children were a little bit quieter for a minute and a half. Now they're making noise again with the blind. We'll see if those other geese come back. I don't know. I don't know who's worse, the adults or the children. Now, last week was nice in that, we didn't have to worry about the outflow making so much noise. But this is really, I believe, the best spot. Shh. You can move farther along, but there are more trees that seem to be in the way there. We go back to where we were at the lab, but it doesn't have the views that this area has, so that's why we're here. Now, will the geese come back? I have no idea. I mean, we saw geese leave rather than arrive, so who knows? There's still time. I see 3 ducks in the air, and maybe they're leaving. Did I just hear? I may have just heard a goose in the distance. I'm not sure. in. Okay. So I mean, there's still, there's still light in the sky. So I don't believe it's necessarily, too late yet. But you wonder, with the geese that left, and I don't know if there's a single goose here left, or remaining, I should say. You wonder if they're just going to go elsewhere or what. Last week we waited around, and essentially no one else came. So who knows? That could be the same this week. And I have to admit, I have not been watching the pond cam every night. So I don't know if, the geese have been arriving regularly or not. I just saw some bubbles there. I wonder if that was a beaver. I'll bet it was. We didn't walk out onto the Sherwood platform, but you can see that, at least in this area, the immediate area is usually clear anyway, but, most of the lily pads are gone. Still remnants, but they're not a big deal. 5 ducks in the air, 3 and 2. This might, again, prove to be a waste of time like it was last week in terms of actually seeing the geese. It's great when they come in good numbers, and there might be even, maybe 2 or 3 flocks all at once, and as they're circling around, they're essentially flying from, all directions. And they're all honking, and it's just wonderful. A lot of bubbles there. I know there was definitely a beaver under the water surface there. I've never had the sense that the geese that do arrive, that we've seen arrive, are coming in just straight out of the sky, meaning like they were flying along and they just decided to stop in here at Sapsucker Woods. They almost never are at really high altitude like you can sometimes see them. So it's, although I don't know, it's been my suspicion they just, they're coming from nearby fields now. Maybe they dropped in, out of high altitude to feed at those fields. That I don't know. But then it seems like they come here for the night. And they could, of course, also just be geese that stay in the area. There are areas around, in my daily travels that have a lot of Canada goose activity, all the time. So it's most likely not migration that's at work. It's just, local geese. I think I might be hearing a couple, maybe. And then again, there could be some on the other side of the berm. I'm not sure. I might have just heard, I believe I may have just heard a wood duck. We heard mallards earlier. I hope I'm not wasting everyone's time, including my own. Hope they come in. But it is now getting late. Hear that? That's a wood duck. That's the water going away from the outfall. Why do I get the feeling they're going to show us up again? We're being stood up. It was promising when we saw that, as I was here, we saw that one flock flying over. But they flew right over and continued on. Really, is there another pond that's better than this? What? Come here. A couple more ducks just flew by. I'm guessing they're just on the pond and they're leaving to go somewhere. Somebody's making noise near me. Getting late. Come on, geese. We want to see you. Again, I'm concerned with the ones that left. And you wonder if they're just all gathering in a different spot tonight. It's very possible. And I don't know when, those arrived. They could have been here just for a little while before we arrived, or maybe all day. Who knows? If I had to guess, not all day. Only because there's only so much grazing here. Yeah, it is definitely getting late now. I think we should have started to see at least some of them come in by now. If they're coming in. That, I believe, was a cardinal that just passed by. So maybe they're not coming anyway. If they don't, they don't. Yeah, things aren't looking good. I mean, I would have expected at least some to arrive by now. Maybe wrong. Now, last week was cloudier than it is this week. We'll see. There's still time. Oh, I might hear somebody. Thought I did. Maybe. Yep, I hear somebody. Good time. Good sign. No guarantee, but maybe more coming. And settle for another 200, 300 geese, if possible. Make me happy. That may very well be it for the night, I don't know. There's still a chance someone else might come in, but it was good to see the geese that did arrive. I wouldn't have minded maybe, a lot more, but I liked seeing the flocks that came in. There are some that are really over there. I didn't show them to you. It's hard to show in this light, but hey, we'll take it. Wait a few more minutes and see if anyone else comes in. Otherwise, we're heading to the car. It's just about time to call it a day. It is getting dark. It's getting to the point where even if more arrive, it would be harder to show them to you. It's a nice day overall, I'd say. I would have liked to have seen Big Red, certainly. And of course, kind of shortchanged Montezuma in some ways, but I think the areas we skipped, we really haven't been spending much time at anyway, just because we haven't seen much there. Different sort of a day, kind of quiet, but East Road had a lot. But, Wildlife Drive, not that much. I think it's time to head to the car. Oops. Okay, let me just see the one or two things here. There we go. Okay, now we can kind of see. Hopefully I won't bother the geese that are not too far away. Anyway, it's been an enjoyable day. I mean, as difficult as the sunshine can make things, it was a beautiful day, really. And it was nice to be out here. Like I said, I would have enjoyed seeing more. But, it's just the way it is. I'm not going to say it's early in migration, although I wouldn't say we're halfway through yet, but, we're well into October now, and some things maybe we haven't seen just yet, but, some things don't happen until really, well into November. So, now I don't know, again, how things are going to go schedule-wise in the coming weeks. So, I've been lucky. I've been able to do this last several weeks. I'm not sure, how the upcoming weekends will work out. So, we'll see. But I hope you've enjoyed the day as much as I have. Always hectic. Always in a rush, but that's the way things work. Try to fit as much into the day as I can. Montezuma takes a fair amount of time. Hey, it would have been nice if we had a closer look at the sandhill cranes, but they were where they were, so not much we can do about it. Quite a few of them, though, of course. Also saw swans there. Lots of Canada geese. Like I said, it could have been, certainly could have been worse. But we're out of time for the day. It's getting cold. It's certainly dark. So it's time for me to head home. I hope that you will all have a very good night, very good week, or, well, I always want you to have good times. Don't know when we'll see each other next, but I'm glad you were all along with me today. Never thought I'd do this sort of thing, but I enjoyed it so very much. Everybody, we are done for the day. I wish you all very well, and keep an eye on the bird cams. Do some bird watching of your own. Hopefully you'll enjoy migration in some way. And until next time, I wish you all a good night. Take care, everybody.